Snapseed is still the best free mobile app for editing images on the go. I'm going to show you how to do a basic edit as well as share with you my 5 favourite features. Let's get straight to it. Okay, so we're going to start by opening Snapseed. Tap anywhere to open a photo. I'm going to open from device and I'm going to choose this portrait image to begin with. Now this image was taken at a local event here in Brisbane. I'm not very happy with the colours and I don't like this shady area in the top left hand corner. Now there are some presets that you can use. They're a bit like filters along the bottom. I don't like to use these, so I'm going to click the X and I'm going to do the edit myself. Now I'm going to start by selecting tools. This will bring up the tools menu. There's heaps of options here. To begin with, let's just look at 2. Firstly, to fix the colour, I'm going to go to white balance. Using white balance, I can adjust what is called the colour temperature. Now to change the colour temperature, all I need to do is swipe to the right to warm the image up or increase the temperature, or swipe to the left to cool the image down, select a cooler temperature. Now this image already looks to me a little bit too warm, so I certainly don't want to increase. I'm going to decrease. And I think somewhere around about there looks pretty good. If I wasn't happy, I'd click the X, but I am happy, so I'm going to click on the tick. Now the next thing I want to do is get rid of this shady area. Now all I need to do is select tools again, this time healing, just make the image a little bit bigger, swipe the area with my finger, and it's gone. Tick, because again I'm happy with the change I've made. So tapping on the screen here, I can see where we started and where we're at. Now to save the image, all I need to do is select export, and from the options I'm going to choose export because it creates a copy with permanent changes but leaves me with the original image. Now it'd be really cool to have a black and white version of this image as well, so once again selecting tools, this time black and white. There's lots of different options that I can choose from. I'm going to go with neutral and I'm just going to make a couple of slight adjustments, increasing the brightness and the contrast a touch. So here's the original plus the edit and of course the black and white version. I'd love to know which one is your favourite. Let me know in the comments below. Now here's another image edited using Snapseed. The delicious cupcake was made with the help of Craftsy, this week's video sponsor. Craftsy is an online community of creatives where members can find inspiration with over 2,000 classes that include drawing and painting, photography, paper crafts, sewing and much more. My daughter loves making cakes, so yesterday we watched the Craftsy class The Perfect Cupcake, presented by Jennifer Shear. We had a great time in the kitchen, making a mess, being creative and following the step-by-step instructions which make learning both fun and easy. And you can join in the fun too, because the first 1,000 of you to click the link in the video description below will get a full year of premium membership to Craftsy for only $1.49. Now it has to be said, the cupcakes turned out pretty good and tasted amazing. I want to say a big thank you to Craftsy for supporting the channel and sponsoring this week's video. Okay, now as promised, I want to share with you my 5 favourite Snapseed features. Okay, so once again, open up Snapseed, tap to open a photo, open from device, and this time I'm selecting this image. Now this is an image taken at the local bay, looking across the harbour, beautiful sunrise, but unfortunately a little bit underexposed and you can't really see the boats. But this is something we can fix using one of my favourite features if we go to Tools and Tune Image. Now the Tune Image menu I absolutely love. There's a heap of options here that will allow you to fix underexposed or sometimes even overexposed images. Now I'm going to start by choosing brightness. Now to increase the brightness, swipe to the right, over to the left to decrease the brightness. I'm going to increase the brightness a little bit, but I don't want to go too far because I don't want to lose the detail in the sky. Okay. Now next I'm going to increase the shadows, swiping to the right, and already that's a big improvement. Tap on the screen to see the original and the after. Okay, now we're going to go to saturation, and I'm going to increase the saturation just to bring out the colour in that sunrise. Again, I don't want to overcook it, so just a touch. I think it looks pretty good about there. Now here's the secret sauce, ambience. Increase the ambience and it really does lift the image and take it to a whole different level. Now if I was unhappy with the changes, a reminder, all I've got to do is click on the cross, but I am happy, so I'm going to tick. That's the before, that's the after. So let's take a look at another of my favourite features to be found in Snapseed, and this is the text option. Now using the text option, all you've got to do is double tap to change the text, double tap again, and I'm going to type in Manly Harbour, which is where this image was taken. Press OK and check that out. As you can see, there's lots of different options that you can choose from, lots of really cool fonts, and I think this feature is pretty neat. Let's find something that suits the image. I think that's pretty nice. Now typically I don't like to overlay text on top of my images, but I have found this feature to be really useful when it comes to creating banners for the Photogenius website. Now the next tool we're going to take a look at is the perspective tool. Now here's a fairly random image that I shot with my iPhone on a recent trip to the UK. So this is an English postbox, and as you can see it's got some interesting decoration here. Now I don't know the story behind this, but as you can see the telephone box is leaning over to the side, and we can fix this quite easily using the perspective tool. So all I've got to do is click on it. So you'll see these arrows in each corner. Now what you can do is you can put your finger on the screen and just drag the image and resize and reshape the image as you see fit, which is pretty awesome. And what you'll also see, if I just drag the corner, if I pull the frame out of shape, it will actually fill in the sky for me, which is, I think, absolutely fantastic.